If you have some empty space, about 4 meters by 4 meters or 5 meters at least, and if you have time, maybe 3 to 5 minutes per day every day, I think it's good to have chicken, because chicken can help to get rid of garbage, get rid of the scrap from our kitchen, leftover food. And it's good for kids too. If you have kids, they love to play with chicken and have chicken eggs. It's fun. There are many kinds of chicken. If you want to have a chicken, it's good to study the variety of chicken in your area, which kind is fit with your environment, with your climate, because some of them maybe don't like very cold, some of them may be okay to be in cold climate. So think about the eggs too. What kind lay more eggs, and what kind is resist to disease or something, some problem. In each area very different. It's good to study very well before we start to have the chicken. We are in Colorado now. We have a few varieties that we have here that is work very well with the climate here. We have a Wyandotte, we have Americana, Barred Rock, Black Australorp. How to make the house for the chicken is very important. It depends on the location. Here is quite cold, so the house of the chicken have to be closed very well. So the house don't need to be big. This one is about 2 meters by 2.5 meters and 1.5 meters height. That's all. This is enough for 8 or 9 chicken. In the chicken house, what we need is the room for them to lay eggs. We don't need a lot. If you have 9 or 10 chicken, you need only two rooms is enough, because they like to lay eggs in one place together. So don't need to make a lot. Just 1 or 2 is enough. And it will be convenient if we have the door to open and close easily like this. It will be convenient to get eggs. On top of the chicken house, it's good to have air vent like this. It's for air circulation. When it's too hot, hot air can come out from here. Another part is the door for the chicken. Here we have to close it very well, so we need to have a small door like this, so the chicken can walk inside. And we have timer to close and open door. We set up time in the timer to be able to close and open by itself. With this technique, it's safe in case if we don't have time or we forgot to close the door. None of our chicken will be left outside. So the timer will work for us. That help a lot. And inside the house of the chicken, it's good to have the rail or the stick for the chicken to sleep. They like to sleep on the stick, on the rail like this. They don't like to sleep on the floor. And this door need to be able to close and open like this. This door have to be big because it's easy for us to remove the chicken dung and replace sawdust or straw inside to clean it. Inside of the chicken house will look simple like this. That's not very complicated at all. We like to make the chicken house above the ground a little bit. At least they have some spot to hide in the hot sun, and then they have more space to hang out, to run around. That will be good for them to get more space. It's very important to have the fence around the house. This fence need to be pinned down to the ground very well because some dog or something can dig in easily. If you live in the area with many stray dog, wild dog, it's good to not use plastic net. All kind of plastic net, they can break in easily. To use the wild net like this is the best. It protects better than plastic net. If you have snake, eagle, bobcat, it's good to cover the whole thing, even the roof. The roof is where the animal that climb up or fly can come in and get the chicken easily. And sometimes chicken can fly over the fence easily if we don't have the net on top. When they are very hungry, when they run out of water or food, they always can fly. But if they have enough, they will not try to go away. If our fence is not good enough, something like this will happen. The raccoon gonna come and try to get the food of the chicken, try to get in there. Another night, we have problem with bobcat. They try to get in the chicken house. So it's good to make sure that our fence is good enough. There are many ways to make chicken house, many style. It depends on what you like, what you want it to look like. It depends on your location. It depends on animal in your area. Because some area you have no predator that they won't climb up the fence. You don't need to cover the top part of it. And the area that is not too cold, is not very bad winter, you don't need to make the chicken house close very well. So it depends on the situation in that area. So chicken always love to be in the sun. They need some space to be in the sun. They want some hot sand to keep bugs or lice or anything out of their body. So they like to scratch, to dig, to scratch the dirt into their body too. That make them healthy. So we need more space in the sun. Water is very important. We always have water in the chicken house all the time because they cannot live without water. For the chicken food, we try to use the pellets from the market as less as we can, because if we use pellets only, our eggs will be more expensive than we buy eggs from the market. So to have our own food is very important because it will be cheaper and have less hormone. Even we use organic pellets, is still too expensive for us. So to give the pellets, mainly we use organic pellets here, but we give it some time when we don't have enough scrap from the kitchen. We use a lot of the scrap from the kitchen or leftover food. We save all the eggshell and dry them in the sun. This is one part of food that we give to our chicken. When we dry them very well, we smash them. It's good to put in the blender. It's a lot easier. But this one I just use hammer. It takes a little bit of time and then hit it very fine like this. This is good enough to feed the chicken. Eggshell is very important part of calcium that we need to give to our chicken when they start to lay eggs. We give them often. We mix with the scrap from the kitchen. This one is just noodle. It's old noodle that we cannot eat them anymore. So we can use anything left over from the kitchen. Even this sauce is expired already. It's not good to eat, but chicken can eat them. So don't worry that our chicken will get sick if we give some bad food to them. They know what is good and what is bad. They can choose to eat by themselves. I raised chicken for many years. I use a lot of things from leftover from the kitchen to feed them. I give them everything. They have no problem. Even bones, fish bones, and everything. Even it's rotten, it's okay. They never get sick from them, from the food that we give to them at all. So I think it's very cheap and easy if we can train them to eat the scrap from the kitchen, because this is the way to decrease the garbage. We change the garbage into eggs, and then the garbage will be chicken dung, and it become compost for our garden also. Chicken love something green because green give more vitamin and mineral, make them more healthy. Whenever you weed the garden, do weeding in the garden, or you mow the lawn, so don't forget to throw some grass to them. They will be very happy to have something green. It's good for them. To have chicken is so much fun, especially if you have kids. It's the most fun for them to have the chicken. That's the way to learn where is the food come from. And then they learn about animals' life. Chicken give you eggs and get rid of garbage in our house. And they give us chicken manure, chicken poop, chicken dung. That's what we need for the garden. They're always cute and very friendly. It's nice to have chicken. If you have about 3 or 4 people, don't have more than 5 chickens, because you will not have enough scrap from the kitchen for them. You will buy more food in the market for them. It will not fun to invest more money, and then you will not eat a lot of eggs every day for sure. So don't have a lot of chicken. Just have enough for yourself. That is good enough. Going Home is my book that is available on Amazon now. Please check it out if you want to have something to read.